Now we'd like to tell you how we feel the 2020 election is going to affect real estate in Northeast Florida. The 2020 presidential election is right around the corner. An election could be causing your clients to question their buying and selling plans again. Rocky political environments create instability in the stock market, causing consumer confidence to drop. But the real estate market isn't rocky right now, and delaying plans could mean your clients missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime affordability. To get to the heart of this, it's important to understand how the history of past presidential elections combined with today's market factors might play out in the real estate market this time around. So here's what we know. The real estate market may slow down, but not for long. Historically speaking, home sales typically slow down in the fall, following the spring and summer rush. BTIG, a research and analysis company, looked at new home sales from 1963 through 2019 and noted an average decline of 9.8% in November compared to October. In that same report, they also noticed that this decline becomes slightly more exaggerated in the presidential election years, dropping as much as 15% from October to November. So why this decline? BTIG attributes it mostly to do with buyers and sellers just becoming more cautious during that time. They also go on to explain this caution is temporary and ultimately results in deferred sales as the economy, jobs, interest rates, and consumer confidence all have far more meaningful roles in the home purchase decision than the presidential election result in the months to follow. Considering the current state of real estate across the country, we anticipate that while a slowdown may occur, its effects will only be temporary. Home sales have remained strong throughout the last couple of winters, and the competitive nature of today's current market suggests this year should be no different. Importantly, the first year after an election is best for real estate. While presidential election years may cause consumer wariness, another study looked at how the housing market performs after an election as well. Myers Research and Zonda, a leading real estate research firm, according to their findings, the year after a presidential election is the best of the 4-year cycle. This suggests that demand for new housing is not lost because of election uncertainty. Rather, it gets pushed out to the following year as long as the economy stays on track. While this is definitely not your typical election year, that's the understatement of the century, experts believe that once the election is over, we could see the real estate market perform even better in the following months. So what it's all about is consumer confidence. The economy is tightly connected to politics, and real estate is tightly connected to the economy. It's 25% of this nation's GDP. While many other parts of our economy have made a slow and steady recovery, the housing market's rebound was miraculous, stunning even the housing experts. The housing recovery has been nothing short of remarkable. The expectation was that housing would be crushed. It was for about 2 months, but then it came roaring back. A big piece of this puzzle is consumer confidence. Low mortgage rates have continued to drive once-in-a-lifetime affordability for homeowners, and buyers have been more concerned about missing out on the deal of the century than anything else. Therefore, confidence in the real estate industry has remained relatively high, driving a record number of buyers into the market and put us in a position to potentially outperform last year's sales. So here's the bottom line. While our country's overall economic state may be slowly but surely returning, the presidential election may cause consumers to watch and wait in the weeks to come. However, as we saw with the pandemic, the reward of locking in record low mortgage rates also may continue to outweigh any consumer caution and drive buyers and sellers to act. Plus, low inventory and high buyer demand puts you, the seller, in a very powerful position. History suggests that a slowdown in the housing market is inevitable, but this is definitely not your typical presidential election, and we will certainly keep a close eye on what's happening. We always stay on top of the latest market news and insights, so we can always bring value to our clients during these turbulent times.